All right, so we're live. Welcome back, everybody, to another fun-filled episode of Qatartainment. I'm your host, Abdurrahman. And of course, you know Ghanem.
Hi, everyone.
And we have a special guest with us today.
Hi guys, it's Harian, and you might know me as Harian the Nugget on Instagram.
It's the second time he's been on our podcast. First time was Spider-Man.
Yeah, like last year.
Oh yeah, he was Spider-Man the first time.
Which Spider-Man?
The Far From Home one.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
cool.
in that episode, he appeared with Dude Cosplay
Yeah.
as Ghostface.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, if you've seen that one.
It was
I
like
think
a
that was the
Halloween-
time where I wasn't.
Yeah, you
here.
wasn't, so we didn't have high views. Yes, we know, because
Yeah.
you're amazing, Ghanem.
Yeah,
we
thank you.
appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
Always, always. So today's episode is going to be about the cosplay community, and we're going to have a deep dive. And of course, we got Harry in here to tell us more about it. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification button to stay up to date with our content. We got a lot more content today, and today's podcast is, of course, going to be amazing. All right. So, Harry, how long have you been a cosplayer?
It's as of right now, I've been cosplaying for like 2 years now.
2 years.
Oh wow. So, like, tell us again. Like, how did this? I'm pretty sure you've said this before, but I wasn't here, so it doesn't count. So, tell us, like, how did it start?
It all started when my sister sent me a link for the registration form for the competition for Geek Dome. I was like, okay, I'm a register because I've been influenced by cosplayers like in YouTube. For example, King Chris, Hoyt Pete, Julia Stunts. I thought, why not join? Because I always wanted to find people who are like me. Because it's hard to find people who are like you.
Yeah, I get.
That's
Yeah.
why I thought, why not join? So I did. I registered, and the first thing I did was I registered as Tanjiro. But then I saw that my suit wasn't accurate much, and I thought I might not win.
Mm-hmm.
So then I opted to Chainsaw Man, which
Okay.
became my first official cosplay.
All right. Okay.
That's how it started.
That's how I remember you actually. Like I think that was at the time I didn't know who you were or like anything much, but I do remember seeing you on the Denji cosplay.
Yeah.
Like it was like
Mm.
like they were like cardboard.
Yeah, it was
right?
pure cardboard.
Yeah, like they were like real, like almost life size
Very-
replica
Very
to the
accurate.
original. Yes,
Yeah.
it was really really good. Like I heard like everyone was talking about it when it was in Geekdom 3000. It was like really great. You should have like used it in your talent show. Oh wait, was that not ready at that
I
time?
wasn't.
He did
It wasn't.
Tanjiro at that time.
I was doing Tanjiro at the time, and
All right.
my Chainsaw Man helmet actually broke.
Oh.
Yeah.
So were you planning on at least doing the craftsmanship?
For the competition? Oh
Yes.
yeah, I'm literally prepared already.
But
Okay,
but
that's
you
good.
you did the talent one instead.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
All right.
I guess, yeah, I
So it
guess this
broke.
first
So it
time,
broke, and you couldn't perform with the craftsmanship.
Like back in Geekdom 3000.
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't aware that you can actually perform as well, like in the crafting.
Oh.
That's why I was like surprised when
It's a
I saw
rule.
one of
You have
my
to-
friends as well that they're
Mhm.
also competing on the
Okay, yeah,
crafting, and then
I
they
see.
competed on the performance. So
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So what they do is in the craftsmanship category, they first prejudge you, and then they judge.
Allow you to demonstrate it
Yes.
to the public.
Yes.
And then like. So like, are these pretty much predetermined?
Well, what they do in the prejudging, they determine the quality of your craftsmanship of the cosplay. What kind of
Yes.
material was used? Have you bought anything?
Yeah.
And how long has it? How long did it take you to do it? Stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the
Alright, that makes
prejudging
sense.
part.
Yep.
But I'm guessing if you the rest of the quality shows off when you perform. And
Okay.
yeah.
especially the movements.
Oh yeah.
They focus on your performance as well.
Exactly.
Wait. So were you in the prejudging session?
Yes, I was.
During. Yes. All right.
So
So remind me again. You said like prejudging. So were you actually prejudging?
yes,
During.
as the MC, considering that I had to have an idea of what is the judge's train of thought and what they were looking for,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to at least have a look on what the cosplayers are doing,
Yeah.
so that I can give a proper performance.
Actually, okay,
Yeah,
that's interesting. Because I thought only the judges can judge the craftsmanship and like the whole duration of the cosplay competition.
yeah.
Not they like didn't expect for you to be included. Even
Well,
as an MC.
well, I didn't have I didn't have an opinion, but I did ask some questions to actually help with the decision of the judges
okay.
that were actually pertaining to to the subject of craftsmanship.
So you
itself.
essentially provide more context here.
Exactly.
That's
Okay.
how you
Alright,
do it.
that's interesting.
Dude Cosplay had a bit of a, let's say,
Yeah, he had some problems, especially like in his body. 'Cause, I remember he said that he was gonna do a backflip, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
When he was doing the White Ranger, but then he couldn't.
He tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't. But not
But
sure.
but yes, and
Alright.
not to mention he had some communication problems.
All right, I see.
They
I
couldn't
see.
hear him because he couldn't take off the helmet.
Except
Yeah.
I saw him doing a backflip for Deadpool screening.
But
He did it.
He did it.
He did?
Yes, he did it.
that was
It
3 months
was
ago.
me and one of the staff in Qatartainment. We went
Hmm.
to the premiere for Deadpool Wolverine.
Actually,
Yes, they invited Dude Cosplay to be there in the screening, and they were like he was just showing off his costume, and then we saw him do like the backflip and like the what was it? You know the one where he lies down and then
oh, you mean like he's doing
the
this?
the Deadpool.
Oh,
pose.
yeah.
Pose, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Deadpool.
So like yeah, he
pose.
backflipped and then did that pose. Yeah,
Nice.
Oh, that was.
They should
I
do
should have
that as
been there.
well.
yeah,
I
like
should have been there.
he should do. That.
Yeah, like they
I'm
should,
waiting for him to do it.
like no, like I meant in the premieres of movies. Like they should
Mhm.
have some cosplayers there.
Well, it depends on the movie,
Yeah.
But also like it depends on the what is it called? The content, the cosplayers who caters to these specific movies or niches. Well, I mean, you have the opportunity.
Yeah.
Guess you'll have to do like all of them.
Nah.
Would you want to do Terrifier?
No.
Ah,
I mean, I have plans on Pennywise.
really?
Yeah.
I mean, if they
clown.
want the
Yeah, the
Pennywise
clown.
movie.
Damn.
Yeah.
I have a good Georgie impression as well.
I mean, see, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for. Is there gonna be new It movie?
No, it's already done.
No.
It's already done.
They did say they're going to do a new prequel or remake.
Yeah,
It's Hollywood.
It's called Dairy.
Ah, okay. I mean, it's Hollywood. They're gonna remake it or reboot.
I mean, they did do Pennywise in the 90s. Then they remade it with It and It
Yeah.
2.
I mean, they're gonna do it either.
Yeah, they will.
All right, so let's look at the comments. There's actually some good ones related here. So this one's here from HRZT. What's your response to those who bully/hate you because of your cosplays or hobbies?
Like, are we talking about terms of like specific cosplays or just in general?
In
I think just in
I
general.
think in
see.
general.
Yeah, in general.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I just don't do anything.
Mhm.
I just leave it. I just leave it because if I continue on and just hear them judge me,
Mhm.
it will affect my mental health.
Also, there's no point.
Yeah, there's no point.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Like,
just let
I mean,
that
when-
person do what they want.
they're not the ones who paid for your cost materials. They're not the ones
Yeah, exactly.
who's gonna do the performance on your behalf. They're not the ones
Exactly.
who
Yeah.
even
Exactly.
engage in that specific content.
Exactly.
So like, it doesn't matter.
And remember, we have a lot of talent and skills on that. What
Mhm.
about them? They don't.
Yeah, like
All they do is
Belie-
just judge them.
Believe me, man, those who actually judge you are not cool enough.
Exactly. They think
Yeah.
they're cool, but they're not.
It's just insecurities. Trust me, all these people, they're pretty much insecure about not being cool enough to actually do this kind of performances or anything like that. And the fact that they're insecure means they're gonna be
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
sidelines for the rest of their lives.
Even in Geekdom,
Oh, yeah.
I heard one guy. He was speaking in Arabic, but when my friend translated it for me, the guy said that what's the point of these cosplays? While you're in Geekdom, why would you say that?
you know.
believe me, but the amount of people who ask these questions, what's the point? No point in actually
Yeah,
like,
answering it.
answering it
Yeah,
because
there's no
it's
point.
you're gonna get frustrated.
I mean, also it's your life. It's not there.
Yeah.
So you said 2 years. So you must have had like a lot of good experience in
Yeah,
terms of not in terms of we're gonna talk about craftsmanship and cosplay and selling at some point in
Okay.
the episode, but I want to specifically go through. You mentioned about not, hard to having friends, and
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
And so you said you've met lots of valuable people that you've met in the cosplay community. So I
Yeah.
wanted to ask, like, how does a cosplay community would generally work? In general, like from like how does it work?
Like, what do you mean?
So like how would it be created? How would you even meet those people in the beginning? Well, of course, the Geekend and Geekdom events,
Mhm.
but like how do you essentially meet them, socialize? Like how do you guys gather? Like do you guys only just gather for specific things, or are you guys just like actual like more than that, beyond like just friends, something like that?
Well, for me, I would say that it's all about influencing and like showing people that we are also, we exist, and then
Showing up,
yeah, showing up,
Mhm.
and then there are also some people who are interested as well.
Because I do remember there was these days they would do. They would
Mhm.
be like in Geekdom where they would, for this day we're doing for Jujutsu Kaisen, or
Yes.
for the other day we're
Yes.
doing for this
Like
specific.
group
Yeah, there was
Cosplays.
One Piece
So
Day.
yeah, like, these are one of the things that they do.
Didn't you do that?
I was the one who made the Jujutsu Kaisen one.
Yeah.
Oh really?
That
Okay.
one was really big.
Yeah.
We
see?
had like a total 32 Jujutsu Kaisen cosplayers.
Oh, that's great.
What about Demon Slayer Day? It was Demon Slayer Day, wasn't it? No.
It was a horrible thing.
Oh damn! What happened?
Only three
How
came.
horrible are we talking about? Like
Only three people came.
Oh right.
to Demon Slayer.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe like
and I guess Old Tanjiro.
No,
Oh.
it was Tanjiro, Giyu, and Obanai.
Oh, boy.
oh okay. Well, I mean, I guess maybe market advertisement.
Actually, advertising was good, but not much. But
the
for
turnover.
yeah,
Okay,
the
so the
Jujutsu
turnover
Kaisen
was
one
low.
was like really huge.
Also, like that was the time where Shibuya arc was still
After.
running
Mm.
Yeah,
after, so it's still at its peak. So
Yep.
yeah, I mean, maybe if the last season. Wait, how many seasons left for Demon Slayer to air?
for Demon Slayer, it's already done. They're doing movies now.
No, not the manga.
Oh,
I'm
no,
talking
they're
about-
doing movies.
Yeah, it's like
They're doing a trilogy movie for the final season.
Okay, so I mean, as the time goes, I would expect if you would do sometime in the future, I think you would expect a good turnover.
Like
Yeah.
for example, I have a group cosplay coming up for Geekend, which
Mhm.
is Genshin Impact.
Oh,
Genshin
Genshin
Yeah.
is such a big.
It's actually the
It's
most common.
crazy. Big.
What about Honkai Trail?
Honkai, we don't really get much Honkai cosplayers,
Okay.
Genshin is crazy.
but Genshin we have a lot.
What about this new one? What's it called?
Zenless
Zenless Zero?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
I never actually saw one.
Pretty niche. Like MiHoYo games tend to be, so like the main one is Genshin.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's like Zenless Zone Zero, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or ZZ.
And then there is
Yeah, Bear Grylls
Honkai
ZZ.
Star
Then
Rail.
Withering Waves.
Wait, what's that?
That's
Is
another
that a
one.
new one?
Yeah, that's a new one.
See,
No one can
that's
keep,
the
you
thing.
can't keep up with these what are they called again? Miho?
MiHoYo.
Mihoyo games.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
the thing with MiHoYo is that they're now making like 4 games.
Mm.
And so while, especially since Genshin Impact was peaked during the pandemic,
Of course.
and so people, a lot of them grew up, especially with like, that's how it boomed essentially.
Mm.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's why there's like an insane amount of turnover when it comes to Genshin. I would remember I was in Comic Cons in the UK. I would be, and then there would be just endless
A lot.
amounts of Genshin merch.
Yep.
Endless. That was like before Zenless Zone Zero, before Honkai Star Rail. Maybe Honkai Star was just released. I do not remember.
I mean, back last year.
yeah. Okay. So 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Essentially. So like 2 years ago, where any of these games were released.
Hmm. When I-
Incredible big.
When I was in the Tokyo Game Show in 2018, the majority of cosplayers there, this is before Genshin Impact came out and everything like that. I'd say the majority of cosplayers there was old Dynasty Warriors.
Okay. Yeah. Really?
Oh yeah, that's 2018.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm,
That's
Yeah,
different. Yeah.
this is before Devil May Cry, Soul Calibur, and various
Oh,
other
you mean
games.
DMC
Yeah.
5?
Oh, yeah.
right? Okay.
DMC 5.
All right. I see.
Yeah,
Mm.
I saw a cosplay competition there, and it was all catered towards just Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors.
All right. I see.
That just shows how much Genshin actually influenced us.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good, especially like since I think what makes MiHoYo games so successful is that it's on the.
Yep.
It's on the phone.
It can be mobile, console, even PC.
tablets, PC. It can
Yep.
be any of them.
But the
That- that's
problem
what-
is the storage.
Well, I mean, storage can be handled. Even now with current technology, the storage is not an issue anymore.
Yeah,
Storage
I mean,
in
how much
terms
is
of
it? Like 10 gigabytes?
more than 3 GB.
Oh.
That depends on your
Okay.
progress on the game.
20 GB. Like that's manageable. I mean, at least it's not 260 gigabytes for Call of Duty. At least,
Good
Yeah.
point.
But
good
like,
point.
yeah, well, like it works. So people can play it anytime.
All right.
It's good.
So we have so let's look at the comments here. So one of our comments here is HRZT said Warhammer cosplays. Can you imagine that? That's very bulky. Can anyone move with
No.
that?
I mean,
That will
yes,
depend
but
on the seam lines. Because if you're gonna do like a huge cosplay, the thing that's most important is movement.
oh yeah. So since we're talking about big cosplay, so tell us about how did you thought of making Denji and the process, difficulties, and anything with that. I'd like to know.
Okay. For making Denji, he's actually the easiest one to make. Because for Denji, it was just few simple shapes. That's it.
Okay.
And all of my resources were just cardboard, glue. That's it.
So define simple shapes. So like for someone who doesn't know much about.
Okay. Let's
yeah.
just say those angled shapes or like square shapes. That's how easy making Denji was.
Okay.
And then I didn't even use any templates for this one. It was just pure made from scratch.
All right. So he just like took reference photos of his helmet.
Yep.
Dude, doesn't even be called helmet.
Just a head or helmet. I call
Head.
it the helmet.
I mean, if
Yeah.
if it's part of the armor, then it's a helmet.
Yeah.
If it's if you're doing the full character, like no, if he's not wearing armor,
the way Denji works, that
he pulls
it's-
his ripcord
he's
and then
full on human,
Mhm.
but and then he rips like
Ripcord.
he rips a cord in his chest, and then a head would
A
be
chain-
on
yep.
top, and then there's in the middle there's a chainsaw. Then these two hands would be just spliced in the middle to be like essentially. That's how it generally works.
Now, here's the question, and this is going to be related to what you're saying.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
the comments here are actually related to what you've been saying, difficulties of the cosplay itself, like in terms of making them. You know, so would you like? Let's say, all right. So say yes or no for honor cosplay.
I would say yes.
Okay, fair enough. Freddy cosplay.
Freddy.
It's gonna be a
Oh, FNAF.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50 because the cost, shapes, even the template,
Okay,
it's a
Okay.
lot. Like my Freddy suit.
you
a
had
lot.
you had one.
Yeah, I made my Freddy suit from scratch. Yeah, but the cost of making it was huge.
Are we how much are we talking? You wanna share it?
1,000 plus
Oh.
reals.
To make or
Okay.
to
Make.
make,
And how much was your budget allowed? Like what was your budget?
and what material we're using.
Okay, so the entire body was made out of cardboard, right?
Okay.
Right.
It's mostly the head that's actually expensive.
Oh, because like they were not as simple shape.
No,
as
it was 3D printed. I asked my friend Omar to 3D print it for me.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, because I couldn't really make the head in time. I was on a rush because I was on vacation.
All right. Okay.
Right. So the next one here is interesting. Mobile Legends and League of Legends. Would you be able to do that? Considering budgets, because we know League of
Yeah.
Legends is
Depends
very
on
There's
the
like a
heroes.
lot of
very
accessories.
detailed.
Yeah.
Very detailed. Like the armor itself is not very detailed,
Yep.
but it's the accessories.
Mhm.
Right? So what do you say?
Well, it's quite hard to make because if I were to make one, it would take me more than. I'm not really good at making curve shapes or any natural shapes.
So,
Mm.
but
it'll
like,
work-
do you even have the tools to make those curve shapes?
Yeah, I have the
Okay.
tools. It's just that
The skills it needs.
I still don't have the skills
and the
making-
trials and errors that
Yep,
it
a
requires.
lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do have a business, right?
Yeah, but the thing is,
I think with like
Mobile Legend cosplays don't exist.
Okay. Just want to get closer
You
to
have
the mic. Yeah.
get closer to the mic.
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
Yes. Okay.
Alright, so
Sorry.
that's good.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the distance.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
So I wanted to ask you, like, in terms of like cosplay community, So how many are you like currently in, or you manage, or like think how many cosplay communities that you want to like create, like for
Like for here in Qatar.
yes,
Well, as of right now, there's only two cosplay communities here in Qatar. One at-
major or minor? Are we talking about?
Well, two cosplay is major.
Okay.
Well, the other one, I'm not sure whatever happened to it, but on, I think. I'm not sure. I haven't been getting any news or update about it.
Okay, I see.
So
Okay.
the only one that's left here is Q Cosplay.
Oh,
There is another one called Cosplayers Off Duty, but it's still small.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Franz.
That's Francis.
Yeah, Franz. handles
All
that.
right.
Yeah, and he does a bunch of other cosplay groups as well.
Yes, I believe he works for Q Nation.
No, I
You
think-
know the shop that sells TCG.
That's
Yeah, but-
that's ACG something whatever.
Yeah, they changed it to what was it called again? Cards.
it was
Art-
Q Nation.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Q Nation, but then is rebranded.
Okay, because when the time I was last time in Geekend, it was called Q Nation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure. I wasn't aware that it was changed.
It
Different name.
was changed to like something cards. It's the same one that Franz handled.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so there's a bunch of cosplay communities slash groups in Qatar, and are you associated with any of them or are you independent?
Back then last year I was associated with them, but then right now I'm independent.
Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's called Art of Cards.
Yeah,
Art
Art
of
of Cards.
with a Z.
Alright.
With a Z.
Okay.
So now you're independent.
Yes.
Okay. So would you like to continue this way, or do you prefer to collaborate in general?
Well, sometimes I prefer to collaborate, and sometimes I would go alone. Because if I were to make like huge group cosplays, right, I would need to collaborate with that group.
Okay. And so, like, how difficult would it be to collaborate these groups?
Not even that hard.
Yeah.
I just DM the guy because all I do is I just DM the guy on WhatsApp, and then we just agree upon the
Okay.
options. If the cosplayers don't agree on it,
So it just depends on the negotiating. That's
Yes.
difficult.
and also the difficult part is the cosplayers. They have to agree on the team.
And
That's what I was gonna
Mhm.
ask.
And
Yeah.
as you mentioned, like the turnover,
Yes.
turnover expectancy, the actual people who will show up, the actual people who will like actually cosplay and
Yes.
come. That's the difficult part.
So imagine if you actually put in your group, so you're working with the group, you got a vote going on what theme to go for, and it has to be a theme that actually the cosplayers can work with, and it's
Yep.
actually trending,
Yeah. For example, the Jujutsu Kaisen one.
trending and works.
Yeah, it's trending now, and also because a lot of people, there weren't any JJK cosplays back then, so I thought of why not make one.
And also, JJK characters are pretty simple to make.
Yeah.
Can be.
The
pretty-
They
the
do
suits
wear
are really
normal
simple.
clothes.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just wig. It's just the wig, the accessories, and the uniform. That's it.
And because they're mostly school uniforms.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they're really basic. It's just a black or dark blue long sleeve and just pants. That's
Yeah.
it.
Especially like one of the most,
Yeah.
the more popular characters like
Gojo, Geto,
wait, what was the name again?
Itadori,
Toji.
Toji. Oh yeah,
Toji, like, it's just like black pants.
yeah.
and
Toji is actually
white,
the most simplest one to make.
white compressed shirts, and then
Yep.
yeah, and they need to be like the size of Hulk to wear
Yeah.
it
Wow.
properly.
But the body doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah. We can ask. I mean, yeah, it's like that's basically the character essentially.
Yep.
Unless you want to put the word.
Someone did actually.
Oh yeah, because like it's like a plush technically. You
Yeah.
can just like get a plush of it, and then you can do that, and it's just nail
Yep.
it. Yeah, it's pretty easy to make.
So, here's a bit of a over technical question, if you don't mind answering it.
All right.
It's actually a two-parter. Do you mind if I?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, do cosplayers as performers get paid in general?
Well, that would depend on like the company that wants them.
Yes.
Because for me,
Mhm.
back in April, Virtue City had like their own event, which was the Eid event,
Yes.
and then they were asking for cosplayers,
Mhm.
and then they would pay them 1,200.
And this is where I actually saw you.
Oh wait, really? You saw me?
I did. I was
Huh.
dropping off my what do we call them? English? Like one of my family members. I
Okay.
was dropping
Ah.
off in the Angry Birds theme park
Mhm.
thing.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh.
was just dropping off the kids there, and then I was just like about to business, and then I think I saw you
I was wearing
as
Deku.
Deku?
Yep.
and bunch of other cosplays, but I think I only saw you actually. I think I just saw you, but I'm not sure if I've seen any during my recollection. To my recollection,
Mhm.
but yeah, I did saw you. I really wanted to talk to you about this. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
how did this happen? So you just got reached out.
Oh, it was on a group chat.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
So it was So it wasn't even like a public announcement.
No,
thing.
they don't do
Okay.
it publicly because if they did, a lot of people will apply for it. And if a
Mm.
lot of them apply for it, then how are they gonna choose?
Now, this is how they approach you, and you already answered my question. So now you gave me another question. So the 1,200 that you already mentioned, is that like divided amongst the group, or is that per person?
Per person?
That is very.
We had
good.
like five cosplayers for that one.
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, it can be a good paying job, you
Yeah.
know, if there's enough events to,
Yeah.
for cosplayers to go to
Right,
begin
right.
with.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Even the third place prize for the craftsmanship was 3,000 reals.
Yeah.
All right. Second place was 5,000. First place was 10,000.
See, that's really good.
Yeah.
It's a
And
good
that's
incentive.
and that's money, not vouchers.
No, yes.
Oh,
Money,
yeah.
money. Were there like events in geekdom that like did vouchers? In
Yes,
terms of
they do.
vouchers?
Only the
Nakama.
last weekend.
No. Also,
Oh, they did vouchers?
yeah, during June.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
June. Okay. That was before this last one. All right.
Oh yeah, the last one was September, June.
June. Yeah.
June, yeah.
Okay.
During summer.
Okay.
that
Okay.
happened,
Okay.
yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
So like, you said they just reach you to the group chat. Like, do they specifically talk to someone? Like, just
No.
okay.
They just
So how would they know? Like, that's the question.
Yeah. So how do companies approach the cosplay groups in general, since they don't make it
Like, do they just
public?
go to Q Nation or Q Cosplays, or do they just go to like Cosplays of Duty? Like,
I'm not sure about that because
Okay.
I remember Q Cosplay always has like a connection with Virtual City because back then they had like a competition.
yes. Even I think Nakama did some cosplay competitions
Yes.
in Virtuosity.
Yeah.
In virtuosity. So it's in collaboration. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. The main venue didn't have the cosplay competition, but the person who added like more to the event added cosplay for more showmanship.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it was Nakama who arranged it. All right. Hence we
Okay.
got. Oh, okay.
So before I want to ask a question, is there like any is there any interesting questions that in the chat? that
All
we
right.
found?
Let's look over. Affect your personal life. Oh, this one. I think we answered how long does it make to me? How long does it take for you to make your cosplay?
No.
Okay. How long does it take to make your cosplays?
Okay, so tell us about the Denju.
Okay, the Denji one only took like 5 days. Yeah, only took like 5 days to finish.
Okay. So I want to talk. I want to actually talk
So,
more.
can
about
I see
materials.
this? Was it called
Wait,
Denji?
can I?
Chainsaw Man.
I can. Show
Oh, it's.
you.
Oh, please.
Yes. So go on while I'm just looking for
Okay,
your
alright.
cosplay.
It was just basic shapes. That's it. First thing, it was all just like okay, long piece of cardboard. That's how I
Alright.
started.
And you cut it out.
Yes.
Okay.
The first thing I made was the chainsaw on the head. That's that
Okay.
one.
So that's one. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I first started making the chainsaw.
All right.
Then I started moving on to the orange part, which is like the head.
The face.
Yep. And once I'm done with that, I started filling the back and I place all the other details.
Mm-hmm.
The rest is of course easy because it's.
Like I said, it's simple clothes.
Yeah.
Just like a white t-shirt,
Yep.
white shirt, tie.
The accessories is
Yeah.
what. Yeah.
That's why Chainsaw Man is considered one of the most common cosplays in like Comic Con, even here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You'll see like a lot of Chainsaw Man cosplays because of how easy they are.
Even like Makima as well.
Yeah,
Like, Makima,
Makima.
you just need a wig.
Just a red wig,
And
a
the suit,
white.
assuming like
Yep.
most of us already have suits.
Yes.
So yeah, it's not that bad.
We even had like a Chainsaw Man group cosplay back then.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of people there.
So like in the cosplay community, how many like how generally so would you, so apart from just geekdom, do you guys only just hang out specifically, or would you guys
Oh.
develop to become friends in the future? Like
How does the cosplay community increase in this case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question, actually. For me, I actually influence a lot of people from my old school as well.
Really?
Yeah, there are a lot of them who also message me saying that they're also interested in cosplay.
Because after seeing you, they got influenced.
Yes.
That is inspirational. That is inspirational.
which I want to start this conversation with. You did mention pre-roll that you were a mentor.
Oh yeah.
So go into detail
Please.
of that.
Okay. So, well, there's like a lot of young cosplayers there. They saw my cosplays and they were influenced by. And they asked me to help them improve their cosplays.
Okay.
Like there's this one kid. I don't know what his name is, but he's asking me. I'm helping him out make his Ahau cosplay, which is like a full
Oh, from
Genshin Impact.
okay.
It's like the Toothless cosplay, right?
I haven't played Genshin, so I can't. Oh, Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know
yeah.
the meme, right?
Yeah.
That's how he's gonna do his cosplay.
Okay.
And he specifically asked me how to do it or
Mhm.
tips to make it.
Okay.
Then there's this other one as well. He was also my old school friend. I helped him make his hat for Wanderer, also from Genshin.
All right. Okay.
And then there are more as well. They asked me to buy them cosplays.
Mhm.
I provide them their cosplay, and then I also make their props as well.
All right. Okay. Okay. So like you help them in terms of craftsmanship, in terms of what is it called? Performance, like how to just develop how to like build your character around this cosplay and then like have the same energy as what the original character does.
Yes.
Because that's also like one of the hard parts to
Yeah.
be
Now-
a cosplayer.
To do that, I'm going to reference what you did in Geekdom 3000 during your performance and how you collapsed.
Oh.
Literally.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't okay, yeah, you go ahead since you didn't see it.
Yeah. So he did his entire show full energy,
Mhm.
same way as Tanjiro did. You know how you feel like when you see him swing that sword, you feel like he's shouting with
Highly
all-
energetic.
high
yeah.
energetic. So he did that, and then he literally collapsed at the end of the
You
show.
should tell him about the part I screamed.
Oh yeah, I did hear the part where you screamed the entire show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how like what are we talking about?
War
Okay,
cry.
you know the scene where Tanjiro does the final blow on the demon's head, right?
Yes.
And then he starts screaming to put all of his energy
Oh
and
yeah,
strength
yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was putting all of my strength in it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So and after the show,
I
once
collapsed.
he literally collapsed on the stage.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
They even brought in an ambulance.
For you, right? Oh, wow, okay.
They
Interesting.
tested my heart rate, even my blood. My blood.
But
sugar
yeah,
level.
but I assume like yeah, it is present in general for for these things.
Oh look, they actually. Oh, we had your picture here, right?
Oh, that's Deku.
I didn't even know we could do that. Nice. Thank you, Leo. Our director.
So yeah, so this is the
master.
cosplay I've seen in Virtuosity I've seen them in Virtuosity. That was like the one that I saw him doing it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So tell us more about the Deku as well. So like, sorry.
Let's get to this question afterwards.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get to this question. So from Clone Wars,
Yes.
how has cosplay affected your personal life? Do you get treated differently?
Well, not really. I just don't tell people that I cosplay much. I only tell
To the people who don't go to Geekend.
yes.
Okay.
People who I don't know with, and people who I don't
Mm.
trust. Because for us, if we tell them that we cosplay, it will spread around the entire group, and people will start making fun of you. That's what happened to me in school as well.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
cool.
natural. It's natural.
Yeah.
Anybody who don't get the vibe, the theme,
Yeah. Especially when they saw your Instagram, they started showing it to everyone, and everyone kept on saying, "Here in the nugget, here in the nugget." That's it.
Mhm. Okay, I see.
I hate
see.
I hate when somebody just literally. That is just lazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, by lazy I mean seriously, you're making fun of the guy's name and username. I mean, don't make fun of him in general.
Yeah,
What a lot of-
especially what he does.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
So, what's your dream cosplay? A couple of people have been actually asking about this. But what's your dream cosplay?
If you have like unlimited budget, if you had like hyperbolic time chamber to make it, like tell us.
Good reference. Good reference.
Okay,
What is this reference for?
Hyperbolic time chamber. Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't
one day
know.
on the outside equals 1 year on the inside.
Okay, at least you had your fun getting to know that I said the reference. I just didn't.
You didn't know?
I just no. I knew, but it's not anyways. So, yeah, tell us. What's
All
your
right.
dream
So
cosplay?
what's your dream cosplay?
Okay, my dream cosplay is there's actually two of them. That being Iron Man.
Oh,
Which
Yeah.
one though?
which mark?
I think my favorite one is Mark 50.
50.
The one with the
is
gold
from
outlines. I mean the gold
in
arms.
Iron Man 3.
No, from Avengers Endgame.
Interesting.
The final-
Oh, okay. The final one. Yeah,
The final
I think
one.
I think it was Mark 51.
Okay.
The one with
Alright.
the gold arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one
I
I
see
want.
you.
Oh yeah, it's 51.
Oh,
oh, yeah.
okay. And the other one is
Kaiju number 8.
really?
Yeah.
Actually, oh, that's
a
great.
good one.
Kaiju
That's a
number
good
8
one.
is great.
Because
Yeah.
I already know how to make him. It's just that I don't have the materials for it.
Oh yeah, especially it's like because it's a full on.
It's a full muscle suit.
especially like with the textures, the
Yeah.
lines, the blue lines.
Can
and
you
all of-
move with it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's just the problem is because Kaiju number 8's like the monster itself. It's just like it's kind of like has a bolder texture like
Yeah.
shape to it, especially like the horns, the lines, like the blue lines,
Mhm.
tracing it and like going as close as possible to it. Yeah.
Actually, the easy way is to 3D print.
Okay, I
3D
see.
print is actually the easiest way to make your
Mhm.
cosplay. However, it tends to be expensive.
Yes, yeah, I get it.
That's why I'm also saving up for a 3D printer at home.
Oh right, okay. I've been seeing like some of my friends would have 3D printers and like would print stuff with it.
I gotta ask, 3D printers in order to make cosplay props. What kind of 3D printer would you want in order to make that kind of stuff? Because like it needs to be a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're talking like makes a whole. Not to mention the material.
Yeah. I think I'll just go for like the small ones, like the normal sizes. And then I can just cut the model
Mhm.
to different pieces.
And join them together, splice them, and then join them together.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it.
Oh, so this is Kaiju number 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how it looks like.
that's a good one.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask. So lately there is a new technology, in which there's a new 3D printing technology where instead of being like a filament, it would be like kind of a weird silicone shape.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like it's a new thing that Disney. I know I'm being off topic.
Go
but
ahead.
I just want to go more in depth in that.
Mhm.
So it's basically like a 3D printing technology,
Mhm.
where essentially there's like a full mold of gel,
Right.
and then they would put the needle inside of it, and then they're using like some sort of like silicon material
Or
Okay.
resin.
to resin.
Yeah,
Yes,
resin.
resin.
resin. Yeah.
And then they're just like 3D printing the item. And so instead of, having to make, supports, arches, or having to develop it, it can just make it.
Yep.
And it can be, like a bit flexible, very flexible. And it doesn't produce much heat. So it's kind of like more eco-friendly.
that base
approach.
idea is of making clay. Isn't clay
Kind
pottery?
of like that. It's kind
Yeah.
of like that. You're kind of making clay, but it's like inside of a gel.
Okay, so it's like this. You make the clay mold, okay?
So imagine a large cube
Mhm.
that's just filled with jelly.
You put the clay.
You put the needle inside, and then it just makes it. And then it just moves and moves and moves and makes it until it's complete.
Oh, yeah, that's just how they
That-
make it.
yeah, that's how they also make ice sculptures, if I'm not wrong.
I'm not sure. I can't
Yeah.
I can't speak about them much because I
Alright.
don't know.
Yeah.
But it's essentially that. Yeah,
That's
it's really cool. So like it would be easy to 3D print props and other that. But before we want to go to the other things, we will go for a 5-minute break.
Okay.
You guys can relax, drink water, more comments to ask our guest, and yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit.
Bye.
All right, then we're back. Welcome back, everyone. So we took a 5-minute break, and now we're back. Hope you enjoyed the break. So let's get more into details about our conversation. So, okay. All right, let me see. Oh yeah. Let's start with this. Did you have any kind of misconceptions about cosplayers in general? If you face these misconceptions, misunderstanding that people assume that it's true, but it's not.
Like towards me or towards the cosplayers?
In general, you know, like, yeah, you could go as broad and as specific as you'd like to.
Okay. So for the cosplayers, a lot of people misconcept it as let's just say us being weird.
Okay, so when you're saying weird, how weird are we like generally talking about?
Like, we are mad in love with it. We tend to do weird stuff with it. Like that. That's what people think.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
think about it this way: you're kind of a normal person. You see people dressed up as characters, act up like them, or do strange poses
Mm-hmm.
as the characters. They will.
People will assume that it's weird.
But I found it like unfair to say that it's weird since there is like football mascots
Yeah.
for a specific sport who has a mascot.
And not to mention
You
they wear
can say we
masks.
can
Oh,
just
actors.
Actors as well.
actors, you know, like I don't know. I believe it's unfair. It's an unfair argument.
You got the actress who plays Gamora, Nebula, Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy.
So are you saying they're
The
weird?
amount of makeup that is on
Yeah, the
that
amount
take,
of effort that it took.
nobody considers these people weird. They
Yeah.
consider them cool. But when someone does it in a either-
Cosplays the characters, the same
Yeah.
character.
they're either weird or who knows.
Yeah.
Not to mention they think that we're all anime lovers. We're not all anime lovers. We
They're
love
just
other
normal
stuff as well.
consumers.
Yeah.
Trust me, whoever assumes that anyone is a geek is a geek in general. There's no like one path for a geek. Everyone is an all-rounder.
But also like that argument of anime is weird kind of like slowly dying out because now more and more people like comparing to 10 years ago at least.
Of course.
During my time and of course Sengoku, it's your time.
Mhm.
It got less common thing and more people are watching it.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, even like old people, like people
Yeah.
like from millennials or boomer generations, like they now started to watch it and like people consuming it.
In my time, anime when it first came like properly to Qatar, it was actually called cartoons.
Cartoons.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they also assume it.
So that's what it was assumed at that time. That's why they continue with that assumption. You
Yeah.
know, anything that's like at least
2D, colorful.
or even with 3D in general. Like let's say
Don't
you
think
got-
it's a cartoon.
like let me give you an example. Gundam Wing, Grindizer, Captain Tsubasa. What else?
But also you gotta understand that during the time of cartoon and 2D animation
Mhm.
and 3D animation, or just animation in general, it was only broadcasted in children's TV,
Their
children's network.
their audience was kids at that time.
Yeah, for
And-
example, Pokemon.
Pokemon, what do we call it? Digimon, Gundam, even.
Beyblade.
Just
Actually, technically Gundam.
Gundam is
though-
kind of more adult.
yes, but
yeah,
I wouldn't see it, on NBC Action.
they censor
I
it.
wouldn't
Mhm.
see. No, they wouldn't even show it to begin with.
Uh-uh.
I would just either see it in a Space Tune, or Cartoon Network, or or one of these.
Yeah, and don't forget their toys are considered as for adults. The
But
Marvel
even
kids.
then, you would only see them in kids sections. You wouldn't even see them being properly marketed towards adults. You see, like that's the thing, because that's at that time.
If the merchandise is considered for kids, they assume the person who is cosplaying or into these things is a kid.
Or even just the fact that they're figurines as well. They would just, be on the kids' shelves.
Yep.
That's how
Mhm.
they usually are.
So what do
yeah.
you think about this misconception? And
Well, I don't like it at all.
no
Mhm.
one does.
Especially since you also sell figurines.
Yeah,
and
I
other
sell
stuff.
figurines.
Yeah, so like tell us more about it. Like why did you start selling? How do you have you ever like, you know,
Oh, it wasn't me who started it. It was my
Oh.
brother.
okay. And what's like the name of the shop?
Animesh.
Animesh. Oh, I know that one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
booth and Geekdom.
That's
do
your
they-
booth.
That's
they're
my
the ones that
brother's
also
booth.
happen to work
Okay.
with Yorozuya as
Yeah,
well.
Yorozuya.
Mm.
Yes. I know the shop. I know the shop. It's pretty big.
Yeah, everyone knows my brother's store.
Yeah. Animesh, Animex, and what else there was? But like those are the two ones I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I
yeah,
know,
Animesh is really big. They got like
I know.
Yeah, they have everything you
I know a
want.
Qatar toy collector. He sold me one of his lightsabers.
Oh, actually.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I think one of our buddy Ramiz actually has one of his lightsabers. I gave it to him, as a present.
Oh, even his the Spider-Man mask, right?
Yeah,
I bought it from him.
the one that
The eyes move.
nice.
Okay.
I bought it from him.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
All right, so now you're a 2-year cosplayer.
Mhm.
All right, so why does cosplaying make you confident?
Well, it makes me the person who I'm always meant to be. Energetic, confident,
Mm.
and like perform. Because the one thing I love to do the most,
Mm.
except from cosplaying, is
Yeah.
to make others happy and make them make them enjoy what I do, and just be comfortable with me.
Okay, I see. I see.
That is good.
So, how confident does cosplaying make you be in general?
Well, let's just say it makes me meet more people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, and especially it gives you more connections with others
Mm-hmm.
from different countries, other communities.
Yes.
Because in school, you only meet them in the same place. In the cosplay community, you'll meet a lot.
Okay, so with cosplay and off cosplay, do you think or do you sometimes feel your personality changes?
Not even a single bit.
Okay.
Because I'm always optimistic.
Mm-hmm. But the only difference is that the what is it called? So like the only difference is just whatever character you're cosplaying.
Yep.
That's the difference. Okay. All right, makes sense.
Do you feel like it's armor and like it since it gives you more confidence? Is it armor to you? Does it
Oh,
that
It's not really.
metaphorically speaking?
It's not really. Because even outside, I still feel confident.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right, that's good. Okay.
Well, I mean that's good because generally when I would see people with cosplay,
Yeah.
they would tend to like how what is like the most appropriate words?
Shy?
Shield their insecure,
Oh,
like
you mean
their
like
flaws.
hide
Mm.
their
Yeah, and cover it up
insecurities?
with cosplays,
Yeah.
and
Because like
then-
we are very shy when it comes to like the outside world, but when it comes to
Mhm.
like the community, that's our comfort space.
that's where it's like a safe space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's what I told you. That's what I always told you.
Yeah.
Like geekdom is like just a safe space for
Mhm.
geeks and
Yeah,
like,
especially when you
specific
go
niches.
outdoors and cosplay, you'll feel like people are like judging you and like giving you that stare.
Yeah.
I mean, think of it this way: you do an event in a mall,
Mhm.
any mall. You do an event in geekdom. What's the difference in the reaction of the audience?
The attendance,
Exactly.
the amount
Mhm.
of people
Exactly.
And the judging and other these
Yep.
things.
And
yeah.
the,
Because in
and the
Geekdom-
reception.
in Geekdom, there are more cosplayers, while in the malls there's less cosplayers.
There's only
And-
that one group.
Yep.
And so in terms of like comments and judging, what was like I don't want to say hurtful, but I want to
Offense?
say weirdest questions that you would just, get. So not in geekdom,
Mhm.
but like outside, for example, virtuosity
Okay.
or like events that are not geek conventions.
Okay. So one of the weirdest things I've been asked back then in Virtual City is
Mhm.
if I'm a furry or why you do this.
What? Really?
Yeah, they thought Deku.
What?
They thought Deku was a furry, just because
I
of
mean,
the ears.
I guess the bunny ears does give off.
Yeah, but those aren't ears at all.
Yeah, okay.
They're not
What
even
is-
supposed to be bunny ears at all.
Okay,
Did you
okay.
realize he's not an actual animal?
But I mean,
Yeah.
it does resemble the shape of the bunny. You know, that's
Especially
it's just
the-
coincidentally.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Coincidentally.
Yeah, and you know the worst part? Someone asked if I'm Batman.
Well, technically speaking,
Is it because of the cape?
no, the ears. Technically, it
But
has
he's a
bad-
man
Is he
dressed as a
thinking of-
bat.
Technically, I mean,
He's
it wasn't black; it was green. I guess let's call it eco-friendly Batman.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Eco-friendly bat.
And not to mention, he has utility belts as well.
see, that's literally eco-friendly Batman.
I
you
mean,
know?
do you see a furry wearing a belt?
We never even see a furry in Geekdom.
Hmm?
Case made. Literally, case made.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, those guys have their own cons.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, literally their own cons.
Yeah, but like, except we have we ever had one?
We never. There's not even a single furry in Geekdom.
I mean, would you consider a
Have you ever had like a furry?
Would you
Qatar?
consider a mascot a furry?
Well, okay, if you want to be technical,
The AFC?
if you want to be technical,
Yeah.
the AFC mascots,
I thought so.
the pearl mascot, the pearl-shaped thing,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the I wouldn't call the World Cup thing a mascot because that's
you mean that
literally,
floating thing?
I mean, it's a
that's
ghitra.
literally just a
It's a
ghitra.
ghitra.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's-
Furries are always known to be animal-based.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not furry.
Yeah.
The deer one for Olympics.
What about Freddy Fazbear?
Mm,
Well, it's a cosplay.
well, it's an
not an-
animatronics, but what do we call it?
A
Technically,
robot?
Let's ask
by
the robot.
definition. Well, by definition,
Let's ask the audience. Would you consider Freddy, from what was it?
Freddy
Five Nights at
Fazbear from
Freddy.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
All right, to be a standard, normal cosplay or a furry costume?
I mean,
Please answer
by
in the comments.
definition,
Yes.
if it would generally have fur or it does resemble of an animal,
Mm-hmm.
technically it would be a fur. Technically, but I mean, nobody would see Freddy Fazbear would call it furry. You know, like nobody would generally do it.
Yep.
Have you ever felt embarrassed of cosplays in general?
Cosplaying sometimes, like.
Cosplaying.
Well, during my first time,
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of embarrassed, like, because I would think that I'll fail
Yeah.
during the competition because I couldn't really see at the time.
So you did it.
Okay.
So you entered. You started cosplaying because of competition because you registered into a competition.
Okay.
All right.
So basically, the wardrobe malfunction was a factor to kind of diminish the performance.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
But everything else, I've never been embarrassed.
Okay, fair enough.
All
Okay,
right.
fair enough.
So in that context, which cosplay would you not do again, and why?
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
One cosplay that I really don't want to do is my Zoro cosplay.
is the one?
Zoro from One Piece.
Yeah. You know, the
Zo-
green hair guy.
Oh yeah, Zero
One
from
Piece
One Piece.
sword.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a really basic cosplay, which nobody recognized at all.
Okay. So, I mean, you could give it a chance if you would reference, because I believe One Piece like would have multiple arcs and sagas.
Yeah.
If you would reference a distinct arc and saga, that could bring it to justice more. You know, I mean, maybe I guess it was like a pretty simple cosplay as well.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
And then the other one is actually Shinji from Evangelion. I have, you know, his mech suit, right?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I have his mech suit.
That's That's good. That's good.
It's just a skin tight spandex.
Okay, so tell us about the cosplay that you would never do, like even not the ones that you've done,
And not
that
do
like
again,
just
yeah.
something you would never ever think of doing, even if you have all the time in the world, all the money in the world, and just like something you don't want to do.
Oh, it's pretty obvious. The cosplays that show your chest.
Okay,
Like, you know,
that shows skin.
Inosuke,
Yeah, a lot of skin.
Good point.
Inosuke more, a lot.
Zoro technically also does have some of them.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
just his chest showing.
Okay, yeah, I get
It's
it.
all covered by his kimono.
Okay, I get it. Okay, fair enough.
There were some guys who did
I don't think it's even allowed
Black-
in events here to make.
now it's not.
Yeah. Back
of
then, I remember there was a competition.
2014, there were some guys who were doing One Piece. They were just wearing One Piece costumes. I'm not sure what it was called, Blackbeard, I think.
Oh,
Mhm.
Whitebeard. That was Whitebeard.
Whitebeard. Okay.
In 2014, 13. It was,
I wasn't there at the time.
Okay.
no, but basically he was wearing a coat and chest out.
Oh.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember as well in the Nakama competitions back in, I don't know when, maybe like 2021.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy who was cosplaying a character.
Mm-hmm.
He was literally showing his chest.
Oh.
He was shirtless.
Okay, and they
2021.
allowed
Yeah.
the person
Yeah,
to.
it was on the competition at the time.
Okay, but I think
Was-
now they don't do it anymore.
Yeah, they don't
don't
do it.
allow
Was
it.
Nakama informed that he would be doing a shirtless character?
Not even sure because he was shown right there and then nothing happened.
Well, if you already applied for the competition,
They should have been informed.
they
Yes.
would have. But I mean, I guess maybe at the time the regulations weren't. It wasn't clear. I guess I believe
Could
so.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Could be.
because as you said, 2014. It
They-
was a long
they-
time ago.
that was the first cosplay competition, actually.
Yeah, so I guess it was a long time ago.
And Nakama was not in charge of that, actually, and I think they weren't starting at that time.
Nakama wasn't even there. At that.
Yeah,
Nakama is-
they,
That
was
they
the-
weren't established.
That was the
then.
QU Japanese club, I believe so.
No, the ones who were doing it was just Geekdom.
Okay, I guess you know,
Yeah. It was back then. There was just a small building in Katara,
Mm-hmm.
and they just did a stage.
Oh.
All right, fair
Oh,
enough.
yeah.
Fair enough.
That's literally the origins of Geekdom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So I want to go back to your past a little bit. So like, tell us about when did you discover geekdom? Like, how did you discover it?
Oh,
When like,
it's-
how do you like it? Yeah, like,
It's from my sister.
okay,
She just sent a link. That's it.
all right. Like, when was this? We're talking about
Back in December 2022, during
the World Cup.
Yeah, the World Cup.
Okay.
To be honest, December 2022 was the biggest event.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay.
But I only attended once.
No.
I guess it was relatively new.
Let's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's just say WCL was definitely like packed
Yeah,
up traffic.
and I wasn't even aware that you can go on more days.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
I guess the World Cup geekdom was like what's the term again?
crowded.
Trajectoral shape.
Oh yeah,
It was like it was like
With-
it's just shape shifted geekdom forever.
with guests from all over the world.
Yeah, you know Jenkinman, the Japanese guy who wore white makeup.
Yes.
He went to Geekdom.
I believe he came to geekdom multiple times.
Yeah, he did.
He's a frequent visitor to Qatar.
Yeah.
But he is often seen visible in QU, the QU Japanese club.
Mm,
They would always frequently invite him there.
Yep.
Okay. What else? Let's just the comments.
all right. So,
Yes. There was one that I wanted to go back.
Please.
It was from Zane. He says, "Please make my sword." So I really wanted to go a statement you said where people would reach out to you and you would make for them.
Yeah.
So how does your commissioning process would work?
Well, first of all, it starts by the material and the amount of time it takes.
Okay. Yeah.
That's how how much I pay them.
You first assess whether it's possible for you to make.
Yes. Because
Okay.
there are some things that I can't do, some I can.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Most of them are just props like swords, hammers,
Mm-hmm.
that.
Okay,
Hammers.
okay.
well, do you get any Thor cosplayers?
We never had a Thor cosplayer.
But
Not even
also,
a
like,
single.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. But like Thor, you can find the props almost anywhere now.
All you have to do is just make it by yourself.
Yeah, not even make it by yourself. You can just like even buy it because it's like that. It's that popular.
I don't know who did it, but a few years ago there was a Mighty Thor, the
Mhm.
female Thor.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. All right. So we got a new comment here. Okay, Jankaman mostly comes to when there's football events in Qatar, please. And if Japan is playing in the tournament, I'm Abrar.
Wow, you
Qatar.
really hate football, huh?
Yeah.
Says the top content manager. Yeah.
Content scheduler. The
Still
content
still
manager is my boss.
Still the same thing, man.
Manager is my boss.
Okay.
All right.
So so we got a question. What is the cheapest cosplay and what is your most expensive cosplay?
I think I already.
Okay, the expensive one was Freddy.
Yeah.
We were very clear about that.
My
Because of the head?
cheapest one is Chainsaw Man.
Really?
Yeah.
Cardboard.
Not even Tanjiro?
No, Tanjiro only costed like 200 reals for me.
Okay. And Chainsaw Man was
Only 10 reals.
What do you mean?
Because I already have
Think of it this way: you got the cardboard. All he needs to do is just
Yeah.
cut around it and give it the lines.
Yep. And all those 10 reals were just super glue.
Oh,
That's how cheap my Chainsaw Man is.
Can we get a picture of Chainsaw Man and walk us through it?
Yeah, like-
like how would you?
because I want to ask about the paint, the cardboard
Mhm.
to begin with. Oh wait, I do remember. You
I already had
you
those.
work in Animish,
Yeah.
so I guess you guys have like bunch of
bunch of
cardboard
boxes, yeah.
leftovers around.
Yep.
So
That's
Alright.
it.
yeah, makes sense.
And then for the paints, since I paint a lot, I already have them.
So we're talking about painting. What painting? Like, are you like an artist or what did you paint?
Well, I can paint anything.
Okay.
I made like loads of paintings of nature. I never done portraits, but I do want to. But it's impossible to draw human faces.
Okay. So it's just hard, yeah, hard to make.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
You would tell us the cheapest, as you said, would be, a Chainsaw Man.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't expect that.
I wanted to ask a personal question.
You-
Do you build Gundams?
Oh yes, I do. I have a huge stack of collections.
Finally, I can commission someone to build Gundams for me.
Oh wait, you have like a box?
Yes, I have like 3 sets that I did not build, so
You
I
wanna-
want to commission you to build them for me.
Give me, I'll do it.
What's
for free.
grade?
I'll do it for free.
Huh?
Which grade?
I don't know, man. I don't
Master
care. I
grade,
just got
Real
them.
grade. Wait, is it small or
It-
big?
Too big, too small.
I mean,
Okay, I'll do it for free.
Too big, 3 small.
Are we
I'll do it for
talking
free. I'll do it
Master
for free.
grade,
Genuinely?
Yeah, I will.
master grade, perfect grade.
See, I'm lucky to
metal.
have this recorded. I can use this as evidence against you.
That's fine. I don't mind.
See,
I really love building, man.
good job.
have
Yes,
have
like-
you played Gundam Breaker 4?
No.
Play it.
Is it like on PC or?
It is on PC as well.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, you don't have PC?
An office PC.
Oh,
You
So
got- you
I
got
don't really play-
PlayStation?
Yeah, I have a PlayStation, but I don't use it anymore.
imagine playing PlayStation, man.
Yeah, I do imagine it every day.
Imagine.
Every day.
This
Yep.
man loves PlayStation way too much, man.
Listen,
Way too much.
if you got any kind of Gundam models you want to make, like online,
Mhm.
send me like your idea. I'll build them on Gundam Breaker
Oh,
and make a video about it.
okay. That's nice.
Oh yeah.
Then about those Gundams.
Yes.
When you gonna give them?
Honestly, when do you want me to give it to you?
He's
Any
ready.
day.
He's
Any
ready.
day.
Well,
I'm-
tomorrow's holiday. I guess I can
I'm
send it to
legit
you.
ready.
See, I
Go
like
for
this.
it.
I like this confidence, dedication, man. That's good. That's
Which
good to hear.
series? I'm curious now. Which
Okay,
series?
listen. I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh.
But it's in my inventory, so I'll go check it out. I'll send it to you.
All right.
I'll send it to you since you're very curious about it.
Oh yeah, I'm a big
and
Gundam fan.
you can evaluate.
Wait, what's your favorite Gundam?
Double O.
Oh, Double O, Unicorn.
Oh damn you people.
No, my favorite one isn't the normal Unicorn. I like the perfectibility one.
The one with the green lights.
No, the blue lights with like all of the accessories from all
That'd
different
be
Gundams.
Phoenix, wouldn't it?
No. Phoenix is actually gold and blue.
Yeah, but the blue lights only came from in Phoenix.
no perfectibility.
Not well versed in Phoenix. In unicorn lore, but oh yeah, I'll take
You
your word
should
for it.
you should take a look at perfectibility. I'm literally that's my holy grail. I always wanted to get the perfectibility kit, mainly the perfect grades.
Okay.
If you want to have a look at it, like see what it looks like, send me the model. I can actually make a video about it.
Sure.
Like a real showcase of the model you want to make.
Mhm.
Like if you got your own original, or you just want to see the stock build.
All right.
Alright?
Fair enough. One of potential cosplayers. I'm just gonna call that.
Go ahead.
Or
as,
future.
as future cosplayers
Mhm.
asking for
look-
sorts of
look
motivation
at that.
in doing cosplay.
Hmm?
Sorts of motivation doing cosplay.
For me,
Well, we did ask about confidence and
Yeah.
how it would boost, and
For me, the motivation comes from how you really want to do this character.
Mhm.
That's your motivation.
Okay.
When you
for-
did Tanjiro, it was very energetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've been planning to do this performance as Tanjiro for a year now.
That particular.
So that's before you
Yes.
even thought of cosplay.
Oh, it was like after last year. Back in
Okay.
September, is there a picture of me doing a performance as Tanjiro, and then my friend Abdullah was Kokushibo.
Okay.
Let's check his Instagram profile, please.
There was a
We'll let the directors handle that.
Yes.
so.
there was a performance where I was battling Kokushibo,
Yes.
and then that is when I really wanted to do solo,
Okay. Okay.
because like I see a lot of potential of me doing that performance that I always wanted.
to bring it to justice, or like at least make like a good interpretation of
Yep,
it.
it was
Okay.
quite a good performance as well. And then the one I did on 3000,
Mhm.
that's the one that I always wanted to do.
Yes. Okay. Fair enough.
Do you feel like you've been judged properly in 3000?
I'm not sure at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I don't think it was a good performance for me to win.
Dude,
Okay.
you collapsed. What do you expect?
Yeah, I collapsed.
Why are we also dehydrated?
Even the comments.
why would you not drink water? Bring your own water. or
I
something.
did.
I think he needed rain. He didn't need water.
You mean you
need
wanted
rain.
him to make it rain?
No.
I mean, it would have been cool if there was rain.
No.
Well, the possibilities of like a
Don't
cool...
misinterpret my words. He just needed rain.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. You know? You should have used your water jutsu.
You know, water breathing.
Yeah, you should have did
Water
it.
I was using sun breathing. You
Yeah,
saw my
see,
sword,
that's
right?
Your
Yes, I
problem. You
did
should
see
have done water.
You know my sword? It was on fire.
See? You should-
Originally,
you
when
should have used
Tanjiro
water breathing.
originally when Tanjiro started, he started with water breathing, but then after he evolved, apparently his origins explained that he had the power.
His
of,
origins have enlightened the
Yep.
sun breathing.
there you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, I know.
You should have used water breathing. See, you would have been dehydrated and collapsed.
Nah, but nobody
Yeah.
really likes water breathing much.
See. Well,
Yeah, they say
except
that
it was needed.
Yeah, they
In
say
the
that
words.
they say that until they see a big ass dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah,
Big ass fire dragon or what dragon?
water dragon.
Water dragon.
Water dragon.
Yeah, he was
Fair
able to
enough.
conjure it during I think it was the first arc.
Yeah, that was episode 19.
Yes.
Trust me, I know everything about Demon Slayer.
No, that's fair
We won't
enough,
doubt
you
you.
know?
I won't doubt your word.
I'm
for
just
it.
an average watcher, so
I
yeah.
mean, literally,
course.
you whereas
Yeah.
You're wearing Zenitsu, so you know.
He's my
Yeah.
second favorite
I
character.
can't number one.
Tanjiro.
Okay.
number 2.
Then it's
This is Zenitsu, right?
All right, just
Okay.
one.
all right.
Yeah. What else?
Hmm.
So like Sengoku, if
Yes.
so you have done cosplaying before,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
So what's your next cosplay?
The world of cosplay has I'm retired from it completely.
Why
You're
not?
retired. Wow.
My first cosplay was Byakuya.
Now this is a source of motivation you should give them so
Yeah,
they
I
can start
should.
cosplaying again.
I'm gonna give him like a 1 hour.
I'm too old to cosplay anymore.
Oh come on,
actually.
man! Have you seen Friends?
Yeah.
Have you? All right, let me explain to you. My first cosplay was Byakuya Kuchiki from Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't know if I have that in the archives anymore, but anyway,
How old were you at the time?
I was 23.
23.
Wow, you're my age?
Yes, I was your age. At
Wow.
one time, a
Wow.
decade ago.
A decade ago. Wow.
A decade ago.
And now?
Look at you now.
Yes, look at me now. 34.
Yeah, but there are cosplayers as well who are older than you.
Yeah, but my next cosplay cost a little bit more money. I ordered samurai armor.
And how much little money we're talking about?
Hmm?
How much little more money we were
Well, the Byakuya cosplay cost a little bit less because it was just mainly fabric. I already had a katana with me, so it pretty much was there. The samurai cosplay cost me about like 3K.
It's part of cosplay.
Oh yeah,
I even developed
See?
like my own thing. It's
Mhm.
I call it the 3 C's of cosplay:
Mm-hmm.
cos, character, costume.
Yeah. You see that 3K? Aaron could have made 2 Freddy Fazbear cups.
Or
You should be
Bonnie
more
or-
creative.
I wasn't creative, man. I just wanted to get the costume and well, the armor and just freak people out.
And so, thank you, Aaron. That was a very insightful episode. And but one last question: what's
Alright.
your next cosplay?
My next cosplay is going to be Kinich from Genshin Impact,
Oh yes, you did also mention the Genshin Impact
Yep.
day.
because we have a lot of Genshin cosplayers. I thought, why not make a Genshin group cosplay?
Are you gonna showcase it in the next weekend?
Oh yes, of course.
Definitely.
Awesome.
So-
we'll be there.
I have everything prepared. I have the sword, the wig, the suit, everything.
Yeah, we're
Please,
gonna
like-
get an interview with you.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Please promote the Genshin Day. Will be Geekdom. Will be revealed soon by at Heron the Nugget
Yep.
on Instagram. And is there any other platforms you'd like to share?
Instagram.
Just on Instagram. Check it out.
Yep.
And we would love to see your Genshin cosplay there.
Of course.
And thank you so much for coming. Any
Yes.
more things would you like to add?
Not much.
All right. Well, that's fair enough.
All right.
It was Gagma.
All right.
Yep.
And here's Sengoku Abdurrahman, and we've had a lovely episode. So make
Yep.
sure to tune in next week for another fun-filled podcast from Qatartainment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to keep up to date with our content. We'll see you all next week.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.